Okay, here's a direct quote from the Come Follow Me manual. Why do we have an organized church? Perhaps the best answer is because. Approaching Zion, Come Follow Me, Doctrine and Covenants, Section 20, Sections 20 through 22. I may have taken that a little bit out of context.
I was going to say, you went a little mainstream media and selectively edited the rest of that phrase.
Why do we have an organized church? Perhaps the best answer is because Jesus organized one.
Well, that's as good as anything else you're going to be able to find on the internet. I promise you that.
Perhaps the best answer is because I said so. I think that's how it went down. Actually, that is in the Doctrine and Covenants, that it's the Lord's will to establish a church. So that's the answer. Why do we have an organized church? Because the Lord said so.
That's right.
That's how it is. It do be like that, though.
Yeah, if he says it goes. But we talked about this a little bit in the Book of Mormon, Come Follow Me, last year, where, why was the church organized? Because previously it had been patriarchs, but it's kind of what we talked about before. That patriarchal order was lost, and the church is kind of the mechanism that allows that order to be reestablished. But when you have whole generations go by without any authority, you got to do something to get it kicked off and going. I think it's the quickest way, right, to spread the gospel and to allow others to enter into the covenant path without having to go through like a patriarchal order.
Especially
that's the preferred method.
Birth rates being so low.
Yeah, that doesn't help either. The church, honestly, I mean, it really is preparatory to the, patriarchal order.
I'm pressing buttons here. I just flashed 3 things.
Yeah, that's all right. No worries. But anyway, I mean, that's the deeper reason, the deeper doctrine, I think, is the church is established simply because Zion has not been set up, and Zion will be structured in the patriarchal order, right? Like that's ultimately what we're building towards.
Yeah, it's a proselytizing arm of the patriarchal order. It's how you bring people into the family of Israel. Get people their inheritances. So, the rise of the Church of Christ. So, we're looking at section 20, and it's a good one. It's a section that's referred to as the Articles and Covenants. Not to be confused with the Doctrine and Covenants.
Or Articles of Faith.
Or Articles of Faith.
Full transparency. When we first started putting the slide together, Dylan put one slide, and he was like, I think we're good. I think this is all we need.
Yeah, I put this slide together. I said, I think we could get an hour and a half out of this.
So we're going to have to work through this pretty quick. Hit that like button, leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it.
They may seem like little things, but liking, commenting, it helps the algorithm push our content out to more people. So it's our small way of sharing the gospel in a social media age.